What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. We are back for Money, Mindset, and Lifestyle at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of y'all who do not know who I am, I'm Nashaya Richardson, and I am a financial coach, and I work with high achieving professionals who want to master their money and build a rich lifestyle. And today we are going to talk about mindful spending and conscious consumption. Yes, all of those things. Why is this a topic that we should talk about? It's because that when we're talking about building a healthier relationship with our money, and really living that lifestyle that we desire, we really need to be conscious about the way that we are spending our money, the things that we are consuming, and being intentional about the decisions that we are making with our finances. So let's jump right into it. And if you guys are watching this live, put hashtag live. If you happen to be catching on the replay, put hashtag replay and drop your comments in the comment section. So let's talk about our habits and our routines, right? Attached to that mindful spending and that conscious consumption, right? So a lot of times we have habits and routines that we don't even realize is like costing us a lot, right? And I'm not talking about those habits or routines that you value, that you're like, I absolutely cannot live without this thing, right? Sometimes we have routines that we've just been doing it so long that we don't realize it. And it's not even something that really matters to us. So, sometimes you hear like people talking about, don't buy coffee at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or wherever your favorite coffee place is, right? And I am not the coach that's going to tell you not to do that. If that is something that's a non negotiable for you, right? You're like, I absolutely need my grande latte with almond milk with extra foam or or whatever you get. Put your drink in the comments, right? But you absolutely need that, right? That's your thing that you must have, right? Maybe you've tried making your coffee at home and whatever it is, right? I'm not the coach that's going to tell you you can't buy your favorite drink at your favorite coffee place, right? But if it's not something that is like an absolute must have, then how about you be conscientious of the decisions that you're making if it's part of your routine. So maybe you drive the way that goes by that Starbucks every day. So it's out of your routine. You stop at Starbucks and you grab that drink just because it's part of your routine, right? Maybe you go to lunch with your coworkers every day, right? You guys go out to your that favorite sandwich shop or wherever it may be, you go there every day. And that every day turns into $10, $20 every single day on lunch. Now, you're not, because it's part of your routine, you're not actually thinking about what it's costing you, right? So now let's tap into the mindfulness, right? And get very clear on, I've talked about this before. What are your goals? What are the things that you absolutely want to happen right now? Like, what are your priorities? Put them in the comments. Do you want to travel more, right? Do you want to be able to shop more? Do you want to start putting some money away for your kids? Do you want to start investing more? And, when I talk about what are your goals, it does not always have to be the big financial goal, right? The thing that we all say, right? Like, oh, I just want to save more, right? Maybe you don't want to save more. Maybe you actually want to put some money aside so that you can invest in maybe a new computer, right? Or you need some projects done around your house, or you want to invest in a retreat for yourself. That's a plug, y'all, because I'm hosting a financial wellness retreat March 13th through the 16th, 2024. So be on the lookout for that. But maybe that's something that you want to do for yourself. And that's a priority. That's a goal for you now, right? So get very clear on what is a priority for you. So as you're thinking about your spending and your habits and your routines, now you can focus on the big goal, right? Because if going out to lunch with your coworkers every day is costing you, let's say, $15 a day, can you make some changes so that you can actually reach your priority or your goal faster? So maybe you decide that you want to go out to eat with your coworkers on just Fridays, right? So that's $15 one time versus 5 times. Now I could do the math. So if it was $20, $100, right? So we're going to take So it's $180, right? So $180 a week. Um, you could potentially be saving $165 a week if you decided to make some changes and be mindful about your spending. Now, it may not be going out to eat with your coworkers, but think about your life and think about your routines and what is it costing you? Are you being mindful about the things that you're spending your money on, right? So Jada wants to save for relocating. Where are you going, Jada? So Jada, get very clear on what is that going to cost you. Like really get the numbers, because that's the other part of it. And sometimes we shy away from those goals because the number can be scary. Maybe it's 30,000, right? Maybe it's 50,000, maybe it's $100,000. Maybe you want to buy a house or you're paying off student loan debt, whatever it is. We shy away from those big numbers, which then prevents us from actually creating a realistic plan to reach that goal. If we're not clear on the direction that we're going in, we're never going to get there, right? So get clear on what is it going to cost you to relocate? What is the cost of living? How much is housing, right? How much is the moving truck going to cost you? Are you taking your furniture? Or are you just starting over fresh, right? Do you have to find a job when you get there? Get clear on all those things, right? And once you get clear on those things, also look at your spending and make sure it's in alignment with that goal so that you're not consuming a whole bunch, right? And you're being mindful about where your money is going so that you can put it towards that goal, right? So now the other part is look at your week and plan ahead. So a lot of times, and you can tell me if this is you, it's okay, no judgment, right? But put a one in the comment. But a lot of times I talk to women and they're like, oh, I we start looking at where their money is going, right? And it's like, oh, I did DoorDash, I did Uber Eats, oh, I went out to eat with my friends, oh, we did takeout, oh, that comes up a lot, right? And once we start looking at the numbers and we start calculating it, it could be thousands of dollars just on takeout, right? And then the question comes of, well, what is the thing that is happening that makes you spend the money on the takeout? Because there's also groceries, right? And this is like a common thing. And you can put in whatever your realistic thing that happens all the time where you don't, because you didn't plan ahead, you end up spending more money than what you plan to do. So it's usually with groceries and takeout, right? So plan your week ahead. If you know that Mondays you have dance class, so you don't feel like cooking, right? Tuesdays your kids have baseball, basketball, soccer, whatever they do, right? Wednesdays is usually your free night, right? Friday, you don't want to do nothing because you had a busy week at work. And Saturdays and Sundays, you want really chill days, right? So look at your week and plan ahead. If you know 3 out of the 7 days you are not going to be able to cook, or it's going to be difficult to manage that in your schedule, then plan for takeout, right? Maybe don't buy as much groceries, but you can also plan to say, like, all right, we're going to budget, right? We're going to budget for 60 or 70 or how much your family, it costs your family to have takeout for 3 nights a week, right? Or maybe you can hire someone to come cook your meals for those 3 days versus you having to worry about cooking. Or you can plan easy meals, right? Plan meals. Hey, Jan, plan meals that you know are not going to take you a lot of energy, right? So maybe you do spaghetti one night. That's like my go-to. Which I go to meal. Like spaghetti is the easiest, quickest thing, right? Maybe you plan spaghetti or just something you can throw in the crock pot. Whatever it may be, plan ahead and look at your week so that then you can control that you're spending, right? And you're conscious about the decisions that you're making. It's not about depriving yourself of the things that you enjoy or spending the money on the things that provide convenience for you. It's just being intentional about how we're spending it and where and the things that we are spending it on, right? So that's that mindful spending and that consumption, right? So the third thing is overindulging, right? I think about when we overindulge and we just spend like crazy. It's like going to the buffet and when you get before you get to the buffet, right? Yes, that crock pot spaghetti is the go-to. I love it. Oh, Jada's the chef, y'all. So she gonna make baked salmon with veggies and rice. She's gonna get real bougie on us. But yeah, so I think about overindulging when we spend. I think about it like the buffet. Now, I love me a good buffet because I love to eat, right? But I always get excited before I get to the buffet because I think about all the things that I can eat when I get there. Because usually, when you go to a restaurant, you order one meal and that's all you get, right? You get your meal and then you probably get dessert or you get your salad, whatever. That's it. The buffet, you have all of these options, and you like, oh, I'm gonna have some fried chicken. I'm gonna have, I don't know, all the things, right? And when you get there, it's exciting, and you start loading up your plate. And then by the time you sit down and you start eating a little bit at a time, you get full really quick, right? And now you that what you plan to consume over two and three plates plus a dessert and all these things you plan to do, you get so full off of that one plate that now you're like, man, I could have just went and bought a really good quality meal, one nice plate, and been satisfied versus spending money to go to the buffet and I couldn't even enjoy all these things. Well, that is exactly what I think about when people overindulge and they spend because something was on sale, right? Oh, it was $1.99, so I got five of them. Why? Did you need five of them? No, right? Or were you going to buy that thing if it was not on sale? Probably not, right? Oh, I had an extra $500 because I got a bonus or it was a great week. I stuck to my spending plan. So I had an extra $500. So I just went crazy and I spent. Again, I'm not telling you not to spend your money, but be conscious about your decisions, right? If you have goals or if you weren't already planning to spend that $500, don't let it burn a hole in your pocket, right? Put it towards something that you are really going to value, something that's of good quality. So maybe instead of spending the whole $500 on a bunch of stuff, right? Because we consume a lot of stuff that has no value, right? Instead of doing that, find something that you really want and buy the best version of it versus the cheaper version of it or versus something that's not going to last that long because you have that extra money, right? Um, Kimberly Graham, she's a financial coach, and she suggested a wealth list, right? And I love this idea, so I'm going to share it with you. Is have a constant list of all the things that you want. So when you do have those moments where you want to spend, you want to go shopping, or you have those moments where you're like, today's the day I got to get this money out my hand, you already have a list of things that you want to buy, so you can just go right to the top of the list and just buy that thing. And now you know you're getting something of value, something that you really wanted versus just consuming and overindulging because something was on sale. And you're going to be happy about that purchase, right? So tap in. Let me know how y'all feeling about that. My husband shops like that. That's why I rarely send him to the store. Don't send them, girl. Don't send them. But yeah, sometimes those sales, they're exciting, right? You're like, oh, finally it's on sale, or oh, this is a good deal. But really think about whether or not you want that thing. I am a minimalist, so I do not like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I get like really anxious when there's a lot of stuff around me. I like the peace of mind of a little as possible, right? And still being comfortable. So I really don't go crazy with a whole bunch of stuff. But if you are that person, it's okay. Just figure out how you can control it, right? So the fourth thing is when you are having those emotional days, right? The days where you're like, hey Lisa, the days where you like, it's on Amazon. Where's my cart at? Because today was one of those days where I'm stressed out, I'm emotional, I had a bad day. Maybe you broke up with your partner, maybe you had a death in the family, whatever it is, right? You're all in your feelings. And if you know that is your trigger to when you like to shop and you like to spend, right? I want you to redirect that attention to something else that you enjoy. Now, I ask my clients or the people who are in my master classes, so I'm asking y'all, what is your thing that doesn't cost you any money that you like to do that you can just dig deep into and just focus on and lose track of time, right? Maybe it's dancing. For me, I can tap dance all day and be like, yes. Dancing, music, right? Or maybe it's reading, or maybe it's journaling, right? Oh, you have one of those days today, sitting in love. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe if you're someone who likes tech, you start building a funnel, all right? I don't know. Whatever you like to do, put it in the comments, right? Whatever that thing is that doesn't cost you money. Maybe it's binge watching something on one of the streaming services. I want you to redirect your attention to that versus the buy now button or submit button where you're going to spend, spend, spend because you are trying to work through whatever bad feeling you're having in that moment. And sometimes it's not a bad feeling. Sometimes we're really excited. Sometimes we had a really awesome day. Maybe we onboarded a client, or we closed a big contract. We got a promotion at our job. Our kid did something really awesome, and we're like, oh, this is cool. Like, I want to buy something. Like, I'm all excited. Control those emotions, right? Feel the feeling, but redirect your attention away from the buy now button, right? My trigger finger is itching. You gotta scratch something else. But yeah, so use that as an opportunity to like pause, right? And reflect on your day, reflect on your feelings, right? Because sometimes you don't want to deal with it. And direct your attention to something that's going to bring you joy and that's not going to be the thing that's going to make you resentful afterwards because you spent money that you weren't planning on spending, right? So, um, so yeah, that was today's live. I could probably go on longer, but I'm not going to go too long. But mindful spending and conscious consumption. So the first thing is pay attention to your habits and your routines, right? Also, next thing is look and plan your week ahead so that we don't get caught up in getting busy, and then because we got busy and we didn't actually plan things out, now we're overspending, or we're just buying takeout or doing stuff that we wouldn't normally do had we had planned it out and put things in place so that we didn't have to buy things that we weren't necessarily planning to buy. The third thing is overindulging just because something is on sale or because you have an extra $500,000, whatever it is. Like, don't be on autopilot, right? And just buying stuff, consuming just because it's there or it's available. Like, be clear on what's valuable to you. What do you really want? And once you get clear on that, after a while, you stop wanting like just things like to fill a void, like just buying stuff because now you have all this stuff. And you're like, why did I even get this thing? I don't even want it, right? And then the third thing is on those emotional days, whether it's a high emotion, a low emotion, right? Redirect your attention to something else that's going to take your mind off of shopping or spending money, direct it towards something else that doesn't require you to spend. So if that was helpful, put a fire emoji in the comments. Also, let me know what are some topics you guys want to hear because I'm live every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're talking about money, mindset, and lifestyle, right? So I invite you all, if any of this was like, oh, I need support, right? Because I need some one-to-one support, or I need to be in a space where other people are really paying attention about the way that they are managing their money, then DM me or book a call with me, meet with Nashaya, .com. And you can book your financial wellness call. It's an opportunity for me to see what is going on in your world to where you feel like you need a financial coach and you need support so that you can reach your financial goals, right? And if you are a good fit, I can tell you what it looks like for us to work together one-to-one or to be a member in the Money Haven Academy. Last thing, y'all, is look out for the financial wellness retreat that is going to be March 13th through the 16th, 2024. It is going to be exclusive to 7 women where we are going to really go deep with the money stuff, y'all. Like, yeah, we could talk about budgeting, we could talk about saving, but that's not what Nashaya does. I do it, but we're gonna go deep, right? We're really going to curate your money blueprint to an elevated level, right? We're going to rewrite your money story so that You really come out feeling empowered about where you are going with your money. You're going to build a healthier relationship with your money. Yeah, we gonna have a full transformation. So I'm excited. It is being held in Puerto Rico. So super excited about that. And yeah, so I'm finished finalizing all the logistics with the awesome Melissa Quick, who's helping me plan it. And yeah, like this is going to be super dope. So yeah, more information on that to come. But until then, if you need support or you want support and you're like, I need somebody to help me with my money, book your call, meetwithnashaya.com, right? Meetwithnashaya.com, 20-minute financial wellness call for us to tap in, check in to see where you are, see if it's a good fit one-to-one or my membership. And yeah, we'll go from there. I remember seeing that. Yes. Yeah, I'm excited about it. It was supposed to happen. Yeah, I'm excited. So y'all have an awesome day. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see y'all back Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Later.